Hey guys, Pablo here, and welcome to a brand new video in which we will be talking about GRN Grid. Now this is a project that's developing their own blockchain, and by the word you can tell what it's all about. So we have GRN Green, and then we have Grid. Grid is going to be the blockchain, and Green, that's the token that'll be improving the entire blockchain. Now go along with me for a second. UN gave 17 sustainable development goals that they want to achieve worldwide with the help of the entire, all of the nations in the world. And the 7th goal of them was affordable and clean energy. And the 13th goal is climate action. Now, doing crypto mining with non-renewable resources goes against these goals. Why do you think that these international corporations, international agencies, or governments are going to promote crypto or blockchain technology knowing that they go against or they do not align with our goals? They contradict them. There's no way that crypto is going to be promoted as long as we don't start utilizing non-renewable resources for all our operations. And of course, it's a major problem, and we need a counter for it. We have proof of stake consensus mechanism that supposedly is can be used to promote this, but not actually. Even if it promotes clean energy or it is energy efficient than the proof of work consensus mechanism, but the problem is that it causes accumulation of wealth, which eventually leads to centralization. Then what's the point of the blockchain technology? The whole point of decentralization. If it's being centralized, then what's the point then? So again, we have another problem. And the GRN Grid, they offered an even better solution that encounter both of these problems. Problem of accumulation of wealth, problem of using non-renewable sources. And that is their new consensus mechanism or consensus method for validation, and that is the proof of stake V2. Now in this video, we'll be talking about how does that work. We'll be covering detail about this. We will be talking about their Grid blockchain, the features that you will have in this, and we'll be talking about their token and its use cases in the Grid blockchain, and we'll be talking about their future activities, what they want to do in the future. But their basic objective is to promote, going green in the blockchain technology. They will be promoting people or companies or all these investors and the Web3 applications to eventually go green, and that's the vision or objective that they currently have. So as you can tell, the project is, I would say, immensely amazing, and we will be talking about their pre-sale too, that you can currently buy the tokens at a discounted price. So we'll be covering that information too, all of which will be covered in this video. I'll be putting all the links in the description so you can carry out your own investigation and research, because I don't give financial advice. So make sure that you do that too, and without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So to simply put this, we have one major problem ahead of us. The whole blockchain technology, the whole crypto market, all the Web3 applications have one major problem that is ahead of us. And because of this problem, we cannot be embraced, we cannot be promoted, we cannot be truly accepted by the globe, by the international forums, by the governmental corporations or international corporations. And the major problem is that the mining to get those computational power, especially in the proof of work consensus mechanism, mining is being done using non-renewable sources, and it is putting adverse effect on the climate. And no one, especially none of the major corporations, are going to accept any kind of initiative, any kind of replacement that is putting adverse effect on the climate. One of the major examples of this one was how we first got to know that the Bitcoin is being accepted to buy Tesla or its equipments and stuff like those. And it was, of course, a very major use case for the Bitcoin, and it really promoted Bitcoin in that sense. But then they contradicted each other in a way that Tesla is supposed to be all about being green, using renewable sources or running on electricity so that it doesn't put adverse effect on the climate. And then
Elon Musk found out that the crypto mining, or the majority of the crypto mining, is being done using non-renewable sources, which is putting adverse effect on the climate. And he was like, I'm all about promoting renewable energy, green energy, and I am accepting Bitcoin that is being mined using non-renewable sources. So that really contradicted each other, which of course is pretty fair argument. And he just disabled or just rejected that we're not going to accept Bitcoin anymore, and here's the reason why. So that was a fair decision, but from there we understood that if we want to be accepted, like Elon Musk, seriously, that guy has promoted crypto and blockchain technology so much, but he had to put his foot down on a place where this problem was being faced, because he cannot promote this kind of initiative. So, but if it is green, then there will be nothing stopping him or other organizations to promote crypto, to promote blockchain technology. It is the next big thing. It is better than those Web2 applications that we have. It is better than those centralized platforms that we're currently using. Of course it's better, but because of this very reason, it is not being promoted. And just imagine if we find a solution for this, which we actually have in this initiative, which is why I think it's really important. I think it's going to be the game changer for the entire crypto industry. So the problem, as a summary, is the mining have adverse effect on the climate. What is the solution? The solution is proof of stake. Now we already know about the proof of stake. It's not something new. It's not something that this initiative or the Green Grid is actually bringing us. Proof of stake is here for some time now. We have two kind of consensus mechanisms. Actually, there's a lot others too, but we have the most majorly known two consensus mechanism: the proof of work and the proof of stake. In the proof of work, basically, if you want to win a block in that model, first you have to buy the mining equipment and you have to keep it running indefinitely, which is of course use a lot of energy, and that has adverse effect on the climate. But we have proof of stake, in which basically people do this one-time purchase and they buy the tokens and they win the block. So that is basically I would say a better option than the proof of work, in a sense that better energy efficiency. You don't need to use a lot of energy mining blocks as you do in the proof of work. So proof of stake is better in terms of proof of work, in terms of energy. But we have one problem in the proof of stake, and that is the accumulation of wealth. There's a possibility, and it does happen a lot, that the high stakers, people who buy a lot of tokens and who buy higher stakes, they get more rewards than a person with the lower stakes. So what happens there is that eventually those small stakers drop off, and then what we have left is the whales with high stakes. And most of the times it is the owners that actually are the most biggest, the highest stakers in there. So we get two problems. What is the accumulation of wealth? And the second problem is eventually it is centralization if the owners are the highest stakers. So we get both of these problems, through which the whole point of decentralization is dropped. So again, we have another problem now. There was one problem and the solution was proof of stake, and now we have another problem in the proof of stake, and the solution of that is provided by Green Grid, this initiative, this project, this platform, and the blockchain. And that solution is proof of stake V2. Now, the proof of stake V2, that's what we're going to learn in this. Basically, how this works is it is going to combat the issues of accumulation of wealth. How is that being made possible is right here. So there's going to be two steps in this. We're going to have but we're going to have multiple security pools. So we'll be having not just like one pool in which there will be people with high stakes and low stakes together. They're not going to do that. They're going to create multiple pools, and then they're going to go with a random selection of validations for a security pool. So in this case, because of this strategy, it promotes the involvement of other validators, and eventually this allows for the the high stakers to not pool up together in one single pool. Even if they are there, they will be in different security pools. So with this method, they basically combat the problem of the accumulation of wealth, and because of this, they combat the issue of centralization. This makes it completely decentralized. It makes it completely fair. We get a lot of different, I would say, the consensus methods are evaluated on different kind of settings, which they have explained right here. That one attacker holding 80% of the stake, or 5 attackers holding a combined 90% of the stake, or 1 attacker holding the minimum required stake but has 50% to 51% of the total green validators. Now these are the the different settings that can be possible, especially in the proof of stake or other consensus methods. But in proof of stake v2, it showed that there's 0% chance of a successful attack in all these scenarios. So basically all of that, it is covered in the proof of stake v2, which is completely fair, which will promote decentralization, which will I would say demote accumulation of wealth, and as the proof of stake is better energy efficient, it'll also be better energy efficient. And this is the solution that they have for this problem, and as we can see, it is very well thought of, and I think it's going to be pretty successful too. Now they are creating their own blockchain. They are building their own blockchain. They have partnered with Barrage, which has the same team that brought the Stealth. So it is a very well developed company, and they're getting technical help from the Barrage to build the blockchain. So they currently are working on it, and the GRN token, the green token, it will have utility or use cases in the Grid blockchain, and we will have different features in the Grid blockchain too. The use cases of GRN token in the Grid will include staking, paying for fees, and validator incentives, and it'll promote the adoption of renewable energy. Now, if you talk about the features of the Grid blockchain, what we're going to have in it is basically these 3 things for now at least: Xnode, Inscript, and GRN Pay, Green Pay. So with Xnode, you just hit swap and you instantly trade with Grid's unique Xnode. This feature works seamlessly in the Green wallet and allows users to convert any currency to a stable currency available on Grid without ever needing a centralized exchange. Now, using their green paper, which is very elaborative, very extensive, you can learn about all these things. For example, Xnode, so you can cover detailed information about these things. We have one feature, Xnode, and then we have Green Pay, GRN Pay. With GRN Pay, you can send and receive payment requests over Grid, which can be accompanied by Inscript message. So using the Inscript message, basically, it allows users to send encrypted messages with up to 120 characters attached to a transaction, or as a standalone message that can be just a friendly message, or you can send an invoice number, or you can send a payment reference code or something like this. So they have this Inscript option too, and with Green Pay you can easily send payment request or receive payment over the Grid using you can also use the Inscript messages in Green Pay. Paying for the request can easily be done by the wallet app, and the recipient will immediately be notified once the payment request is fulfilled. The payment request can be set in any currency and can be paid in a whole different currency, as Xnode will manage the conversion to match the recipient's currency. GreenPay can also be used as an escrow service between businesses. GreenPay can reserve the currency on the sender's address until a preset condition is satisfied. So it can be used for escrow services on different things that I think is going to increase or allow for a whole different kind of trading to be possible in Grid. And in line with the technicalities of the platform, GreenPay services are hosted decentralized and permissionless on the Green Grid and are based on automatically issued smart contracts. Now, the whole point, and I think the whole benefit of having their own Grid blockchain, is that they can come up with all the rules and criteria, and they will make sure that any project in this is going to be completely green. It's not going to go against the whole Go Green initiative. So we have covered most of the information about this project to understand how it works and all those things. you can actually buy the GRN token, which is right here. The pre-sale is currently live, and you can buy it on the Kanaken right now. I will put the link in the description so you can easily get it from there. So their pre-sale is, live, and you can buy the tokens at a discounted price. And in future, of course, we have seen this happening inevitably, that their prices increases. So make sure that you do not waste time and you take part in the pre-sale. Their token ticker is simple G. It says it is the power of grid. Basically, that's this is being used in all the use cases, and this is what empowers their features. From transaction fees to staking rewards, everything moving on grid is fueled by GRN. GRN is the start to a sustainable blockchain and the way to care for our planet. GRN can be used in various renewable cloud computing solutions all over the world. And here's some more things. Sustainable for a better now and tomorrow. Grid is a sustainable blockchain thanks to its power efficient verification method, the proof of stake V2, and renewable energy solutions. Green helps the development of green energy compasses with charitable donations supported on chain. And secure, always vigilant. Grid actively detects and penalizes bad actors by deploying a two-step validating method combined with proof of stake V2, a weighted proof of stake system. And then fast and unstoppable. Equipped with a fresh verification method with pool validators for near instant transactions, Grid lighting trail verification LTV makes the network remain stable and scalable under any circumstances, which is an issue for other. We have seen this is an issue on other blockchains and projects, the issue of scalability, which is really huge. And because of this, there's a lot of shutting down of these kind of projects. So you're not going to have any kind of like those troubles in this. And moving forward, we have discussed all of their features that are right here, and this is their roadmap. So currently the pre-sale stage 1 is live, 13.75 million tokens for 0.12 USDT. So make sure that you buy the tokens at the discounted price in the pre-sale, and then it will be a pre-sale stage 2, and then stage 3, and then stage 4, and then they're going to go for centralized exchange listings and decentralized exchange listings. And then they're going to establish the the GRN association. Now there's a lot of information about these things, especially the Green Association, which is right here. This is a non-profit initiative of GRN BI. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. To ensure the sustainability of blockchain technologies, the headquarter is based on the Netherlands and will hand over assets correlated to Grid and GRN to the Green Association. The Green Association will be associated in Switzerland. And this is going to be their circular vision or approach through which they will move forward. But this is information about the the association, which will be established in the Q2 of this year. And then team and partner expansion, they already have partnered with a lot of reputable organizations, as you can see right here. Here's the complete list of them. And moving forth, they're going to launch off-grid in the Q4 of this year, and then they're going to launch grid in the Q1 of the 2023. So like next year in the start, their whole blockchain called Grid will be launched. And then we come back to what happened in the past. They had a whole live stream that you can watch, that I already have watched, and then they had the early bird sale, and this is where we're currently at. So make sure that you use their green paper for if there's something that I missed, if there's something that you still don't understand, make sure that you view their green paper, which have complete information about their blockchain, of the token, the challenges that they face, the solutions that they offered. Of course, I have given you guys a brief gist about it, but you can get all these things in detail here. So I really admire this whole initiative, and I think it's going to be the game changer in crypto, in blockchain, because this is one of the major issues that we're facing. And if this is covered, I think there's nothing stopping blockchain or crypto to become the next big thing. Everyone believes it is the next big thing, but if we do not cover this problem, we're not going to get promoted, or we cannot expect to be promoted and embraced or be replaced by what we have before. So we have to offer a better solutions. We have to offer solutions, not just that they improve financing or economy, it has to improve the lifestyle, and it has to improve overall health too. So I think that this initiative is amazing. There's simply no other word that we can say for it, and their solutions that they have offered, and the proof of stake v2 consensus mechanism they have came up with, I think that's pretty clever, and I think it's going to be really good. So again, the pre-sale is live. Make sure that you do not miss that, and I'm going to give you guys all the social media links in the description, so you can check it from there, and you can take a look at the green paper to learn more about this project. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Make sure that you check the links in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video shortly. So stay tuned. Disclaimer: trading digital assets involve significant risk and can result in the loss of your invested capital. You should ensure that you fully understand the risk involved and take into consideration your level of experience, investment objectives, and seek independent financial advice if necessary. It is up to you whether to invest or not.